tree that was planted by President Andrew Jackson is being removed due to the portion in question being labeled a safety risk by the White House. Stephanie Grisham, a spokeswoman for First Lady Melania Trump, gave a statement about the decision to remove part of the tree, stating that the decision was reached after reports were reviewed by the U.S. National Arboretum about the weakened condition of the tree. Here's more from Fox News. She trusted that every effort had been made to preserve the historic tree, Grisham said in a statement to Fox News, adding, "The First Lady was concerned about the safety of visitors and members of the press who are often standing right in front of the tree during Marine One lifts." Jackson added the magnolia to the White House grounds in 1835. According to the White House Historical Association, it stands on the west side of the south portico, opposite a second magnolia that subsequently was planted for symmetry. The First Lady requested that the wood from the iconic tree be preserved and seedlings be readily available if there is an opportunity to plant a new magnolia in the same place. The removal is planned for this week while President Donald Trump and his family are in Mar-a-Lago for Christmas. Here are a few more interesting details via the Washington Post. The enormous magnolia tree stood watch by the south portico of the White House for nearly 2 centuries. Its dark green, glossy leaves shaded politicians and heads of state. Its ivory flowers bloomed through times of peace and war. It is the oldest tree on the White House grounds, a witness to Easter egg rolls and state ceremonies, a resignation, a plane crash. All the tumult and triumph of 39 presidencies. Long after Jackson left office, his magnolia remained. Other trees were planted to supplement it, and the tree became a fixture in White House events. Herbert Hoover reportedly took breakfast and held cabinet meetings at a table beneath its sprawling branches. Franklin Delano Roosevelt spoke with Winston Churchill in its shade. Richard Nixon strode past it as he left the White House for the last time after his resignation. In 1994, a Maryland man piloting a stolen plane clipped the tree before suffering a deadly crash against the White House wall. And for decades, the magnolia was featured on the back of the $20 bill. It's always a bit sad when you see such an amazingly well-preserved piece of history being removed or falling apart due to age, as that's one less link we have to our past. And in a day and age when liberals are doing all they can to erase the history of our great nation and its connection with the founders who risked it all to build this country and perform a new experimenting government, we need all the history we can get our hands on. Let's hope those responsible for cutting the tree do so with as much care as possible to preserve pieces of it that can be kept for future generations to enjoy.